He may be the most disgusting TikToker on the internet. I'm talking about Mr. Piss Ear. He's not famous for flashy dances or viral challenges, but for something far more disturbing. A lifestyle so grotesque it leaves viewers equal parts horrified and mesmerized. His TikTok account is a nightmare come to life. Dimly lit videos of a cramped apartment buried in trash, rotting food, and something even worse. Lining the walls are jugs filled to the brim with murky yellow liquid. Most people hope it's just a twisted prank, but for Mr. Piss Ear, it's just another day in the life. Mr. Piss Ear's rise to TikTok infamy wasn't due to flashy dances or viral challenges. It was his grotesque lifestyle that had millions glued to their screens, a mixture of horror and fascination, keeping them coming back for more. The first time most people stumbled upon his account, they were met with dimly lit videos showcasing a cramped apartment piled high with trash bags, rotting food, and stained clothes thrown across every surface. But what truly set him apart was the jugs. Gallons after gallons of murky yellow liquid lined the walls like some twisted collection. Most viewers hoped it was a sick joke, but it wasn't. His followers, or those who could stomach it, quickly learned the truth. Mr. Piss Ear didn't just live in filth, he seemed to embrace it. He made it clear in one of his many unfiltered rants, claiming that he hadn't taken out his garbage in over 3 years, letting the trash form pathways through his apartment. The kitchen, if it could still be called that, was a biohazard. Stacks of moldy dishes piled high over the countertops and hadn't seen a sponge in ages. The fridge was a wasteland of expired food with a stench that became unbearable even for him.
The faucet, I don't know where that shit went, but it just kind of disappeared. You know, when you turn it on, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. This is where I wash my dishes, but you know, I haven't done it in a couple of years. Over here we got the stove. This is where I cook shit. You know, I've been cooking shit because, like, you know, I'm a 5-star chef type shit. Over here we got my fridge. It's kind of brown, don't worry about that though.
But the worst part, his bathroom. His bathroom was entirely unusable with a brown-stained shower and a toilet bowl filled with, well, you take a guess. That's where the jugs came in. He offered no apologies or explanations for collecting his own urine. In fact, he seemed to enjoy the shock and revulsion that flooded the comments. He even went so far as to name some of the jugs that were in his bedroom. At one point, he even mentioned that his fluids actually came out red in one of his bottles. Oh my, that can't be good. Well, Mr. Piss Ear even offers tutorials on how to make your own urine-infused concoctions, such as piss protein shakes, piss scrambled eggs, piss ramen, piss perfume, piss honey packets, and so on. The list just goes on and on. He even takes his workouts quite seriously by giving demonstrations of his piss boxing or jiu-jitsu. Rumors spread that he was doing it all for clout, another desperate attempt at viral fame. But the filth, the hoarding, the sheer scale of his decay felt too real to be an act. One of his most infamous videos was a tour of his bedroom. He panned the camera around the room to reveal a mattress blackened with grime and mold, almost nearly invisible under some fast food wrappers, and a crusty blanket. But what was truly unsettling was how unaffected he was by it all, like this was what his normal was supposed to be. Mr. Piss Ear's live streams were even worse than that. Fans would donate money just to see him chug sodas and add more to his collection. Some were even offering suggestions of urine-based concoctions that he could do for his next videos. Occasionally, viewers caught glimpses of movement in the piles of trash behind him. Maybe there were rats, some speculated, or bugs that got so fat from the decaying trash. He didn't seem to mind, just barely glancing down as something ran past his feet. As his followers grew, so did the complaints. Some begged TikTok to ban his content, labeling it as a public health hazard. Others were actually quite fascinated by it, picking apart every video to find clues about how he ended up this way. Was it a mental breakdown or a cry for help? Was he just another clout chaser who sacrificed his dignity for views? No one could really say for sure, and that was the worst part. No one really knew anything about him besides the filth. In one of his videos, he actually did clean up his room, or at least that's what he called it. There was a before and after video, and the result left me quite speechless. Where did the trash go? I have no idea, but the sheer thought that he actually knew how to clean up and did a good job at it left me feeling kind of sad just to know that he could clean up his place, but just chooses not to and instead decides to live in filth. The deeper fans dug, the weirder it got. No one knew his real name or where he lived. Attempts to dox him came up empty, but I did find something. Apparently, Mr. Piss Ear is about 17 to 18 years old. He lives in Joplin, Missouri, and apparently lives with his dad. The two live in squalor in a dilapidated and disgusting house that seemingly have been neglected for years. Some people thought that this was all just a prank, but no, Mr. Piss Ear really lives like this. Some even say that he may actually be homeless and squatting in his current house. Some even swore that the jugs of urine had multiplied between videos, lining the walls even more. Conspiracy theories started to grow, everything from this being a social experiment to maybe a guerrilla marketing stunt for a horror movie. But nothing really stuck, and Mr. Piss Ear didn't seem interested in clearing anything up. Now, theories are running wild. Some say he was finally evicted and forced to face reality. During a live stream, he announced that he was finally gonna leave social media for good. But that was just a prank, because he never did. Others swear that his content is starting to escalate and the real horrors are still to come. So what's the real story behind Mr. Piss Ear? Is he a broken man desperate for attention, or just another internet troll who took things too far? Or maybe he's a dark reminder of what happens when the pursuit of clout comes at the cost of dignity and sanity. Either way, the filth isn't the most disturbing part of his story. It's how many people just can't look away. Like, why are we like this? Why can't we just look away from some of this vile and disgusting content invading our timelines? Why are we so entertained by content like this, where someone likes to humiliate themselves for our viewing pleasure? We just can't seem to look away from it, and the only reason why I'm guilty of this is because I had to see it for myself, and I've seen enough. But do what you will. As of the recording of this video, Mr. Piss Ear is now at 612,000 followers on TikTok and counting. And with his latest video leaving more questions than answers, it's clear that Mr. Piss Ear ain't going anywhere. His madness is far from over. Well, that's it for now. I'm Annie, and it was nice talking to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.